Hey guys, one sec. I'm getting started. I'm here. I'm not that late. Ta-da! Sorry, I forgot I had to go get Panda her medicine. And she's finally feeling better, and she has stopped, like, just throwing up everywhere. So yay. Less shit to clean up. Literally and figuratively. Let's see, I still have this working? Okay, cool. iPad's still working. I hope everybody had a fantastic Synthetic Friday, otherwise known as Thursday. I had a pretty good day today. It was better than yesterday. So get this. I figured out the XXE exploit I was working on. Actually, this is an extension off of one that my buddy found, and we were trying to extend it. And one of the things you can do with these XXE exploits... Wait, I connected to the wrong box, damn it. So look at this. One of those things you can do with these XXEs is you have two kinds, right? You have a normal one. And that is you send some specially crafted XML over to the server. And what will happen is you can actually trick the server into reading a file as a URL. Let's say Etsy password. Etsy password. And then actually you can get it to echo that back in the body of the XML. That's like the base way. That's the classic one. But there's also a blind variant. So what you can do there is actually you got to do an intermediary step. You have some XML, and then you send that to the server. And then you reference something called a DTD file. I don't know what it stands for, but what it does is it has extra XML instructions built into it. Now, let me get this stuff started. If I can. Start. So what we had this do is we actually pointed the XML to an HTTP server that was hosting a DTD file. And then that DTD file was actually supposed to contain instructions to grab Etsy password. And then take this data and then post it back over to our web server as XML. So I was stuck on this part right here. It just would not, because what I should see is I should have seen the XML reach back to my server, and I couldn't. Finally, we found out that the domain I was using was apparently blacklisted. Now get this, this is one of my company's domains. Like, this is a production domain. I'm like, wait a second. Are you telling me that my company's name is an indicator of compromise? Because that's legit. So I actually switched to a phishing domain. One that actually has been flagged and marked as for phishing by numerous detection mechanisms in the past. And that one worked. So that's the only thing I can think is that my company's name is an indicator of compromise and it just got blocked at a firewall or something. God, it pissed me off so bad when I realized I could get around that issue. So, I had a pretty good day today. Went and got my the shocks for my son's four-wheeler. Finally got repaired. My buddy did them for me, and he had to like track down some parts because they're a little bit older shocks. They're like 15 years old. They're Generation 1 shocks from an outfit called Fox, but they're still really freaking good. They're way better than the pretend shocks he had on his old bike. So he is going to be super excited. I can't wait for him to see it. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to try something here. Nah, I'm not going to try that. Kind of wanted to try that. But... Actually, yeah, I do want to try something here. Let's see which one this is. This one, check in. 0. This one, check in. Sleep 0. So we'll get these guys coming in here. Poor dog needs more chicken in her diet. Man, Stealth. You know what? Just eat my whole ass. That's what you can do. Let's rename this WKSTN2 DNS system. This one's WKSTN1 DNS system. You like eat your chicken. You know what? That one in the backyard is so dumb. And the ones in the house are so dumb. I went over to them and I'll make this little whistling noise for the sake of however this might appear for folks on the stream. I'm not going to make that little whistling noise. But they respond to it and they know that's me making that noise. So they had knocked over their damn food dish again after I had just filled it up today. And so I was very angrily chirping at them, basically. And it was hilarious because all 6 of them stopped and they had this look of, uh-oh, he's mad. We did it bad. It was freaking funny. Hang on a sec. Ouch. All right, let me try something here. I want to look actually like something on workstation 1 here. So there's a cool thing I learned today that I really, 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 really want to try. Let me see here. I did not want to do it LS. Damn it, I want to do it PS. This workstation 2? Yeah, this is workstation 2. We pulled the virus logs real fast here. Totally just bought the soundtrack. Dude, it's a good soundtrack. And like I said, the main thing that's awesome about video game music, if you think about it, I think of it like audio salt. It's supposed to hang out in the background and not be dominant and be a flavor enhancer. And that's kind of what it does here on the stream. It kind of enhances what we're doing on the stream without being overpowered. Let's see, protection history, what is it? 628 on the box. Okay, so we haven't flagged anything today. I guess the beacon was just taking its sweet ass time. Oh yeah. Not sponsored by Jocko yet. Afterburner Orange, heck yeah. I'm kind of sad though. It looks like in the new, like on the new can, it just says orange flavored. There used to be Sour Apple Sniper, Afterburner Orange, Dax Savage. I loved the names. Digging the clock and gear crank sound. That's because you're practically a robot yourself. Guild token. Okay, so I want to try something here. 1 1 2 1 1 2 3 2. My brothers. So one of the cool things about the soundtrack though is Thor, the guy who runs Pirate Software, he has the Pirate Software stream on here, has it explicitly laid out that you can use this for videos and streams. No problem. You just can't re-upload it without any transformative content, and also you can't use it in your own video games. So apparently some guy tried to do that, and he's like, yeah, no. That's a bit too far. Let me go find something here real quick. So apparently, typically if we steal a token, right? So I stole the token for the Explorer process. That's B Farmer. And if I use that here, it should work if we do an impersonation with Mimikatz. It should allow us to use this token. I want to go test that. So let me go find the credentials theft stuff here. There's some guys talking about it in the Discord this afternoon. I totally didn't know that this would work. So how do we do this? There we go. Yeah, so the @ impersonates the beacon's thread token before running a given command, which is useful in cases where Mimikatz needs to interact with a remote system. Okay, so I want to try something here. So, crap, what is it for Mimikatz pass the hash? I gotta remember. Where's our lateral movement? Crap, I gotta find it. I had it earlier today. Password cracking, domains. Maybe it's in pivoting? Let's see. That's NTLM relaying. Windows tools, proxy chains. Crap, where did we do pass the hash with Mimikatz? Let me think about this. Mimikatz pass the hash. I want to check something on this because we should be able to use. I think it's Sakurlasa that we do this with. There's PS exec. Yeah, there we go. So it's the Sakurlasa PTH user domain NTLM. So this might work. Hang on one second. Let me go double check what we said in the conversation. Make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Dang it, where did we look at that? I knew it was in Volstrike. Give me a sec, trying to locate where we had this conversation. I know how to do this. It's not showing up, damn it. Must have not been in here. Okay. All right, so you could pass the hash and spawn a process, steal the token, and use the @ impersonate. Okay, so you could potentially do. Okay, so you can pass the hash and spawn a process, steal the token. Okay, so that's one way we could go remote. I don't think this is a way we could do it locally here. Okay, so this is what I thought. This is why I want to double check this. Make sure I have my understanding correctly. So we have Bob's password. We could try that. Actually, you know what I want to try? Yeah, I want to try this. So inject into the specified process and generate and impersonate a token. Let's see here, because we have Bob's NTLM hash in our notes. Oh, that's going to the wrong thing. Where's Bob? Here we go. So here's his NTLM hash. Let me try this real quick. Something I wanted to tinker around with real fast. So if we do pass the hash, domain dev/b farmer, and the NTLM hash. Let's see if this gets caught. I think this might get caught because I think this is kind of a well-known. I think this is a very well-known like string to do this, so it may not work. Yeah, there we go. So okay, so that's right. This is why I had not done this very much, because by the time I got to the Mimikatz stuff, we already had Defender enabled. So I've been using Mimikatz very sparingly, and this is why. Because I remember this gets behaviorally flagged hard. So it doesn't shut down our beacon, but it does block it. So not a problem. I'm not concerned about that, especially since we're running as system. We can do that. We have other privilege escalation means, so I'm not worried about it. All right, let me do something here. Let's that would be for spawning a listener. Process injection. Let me look at something. I want to double check something on process injection. So we can do arbitrary shellcode injection if we wanted to, and inject will inject a full beacon into a specified listener. That's right. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm gonna try something. What if I just run notepad.exe? We see. Oh, I closed it. Dang it. What's the name of this song? Shoot. I don't know if I can tell. Let me check. I don't know if I can check the properties on it. Hang on. I think I can. One sec. It's here. Now, it doesn't tell me what the current song is that's playing, unfortunately. Now, because the way I have this set up is I have basically a music file set up to run in there, and you can actually do a whole playlist, and so I just have all the MP3s from the OST file in there. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me what the song is. Maybe I will try to. I'll see if I can work on something, because I think maybe in Streamer Lab I can have it query that, and then I can have it put up as text on the screen. I'll try that, but probably won't be for a couple weeks though, because I need to get through the exam first. Oh, the one before current? Let me see. This one? Yeah. Damn, how can I tell what the current one playing is? I don't know how to get it to tell me what the current song playing is, unfortunately. Is that what this is called? Office Dad? I know, because I was scrolling the songs. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know the names of any of the songs because I just listen to it while it's on stream, and I have it playing here too, so I can make sure it's not getting too loud. But we need the domain user and password. Okay. Migrate our beacon. Beacon migrate process. I know there's a Cobalt Strike. Because I know you can do that in Metasploit. So I guess they're just using injection. This is what Cobalt Strike used to look like. Did the page just like not finish loading? What the hell? There we go. Man, I'm having dial-up flashbacks. This thing's look at it. It's loading like one line at a time. Where the hell is this server hosted? GeoCities? Yeah, it's hosted on dial-up. Y'all hear what is something wild? I forget how much it was, but the Biden administration gave something like, I don't know, a couple $1 billion to spread enhanced fiber networks in the basically to more rural areas in the US. Guess how many people they've connected with that? I'll give you a hint. It's a very round number. Ding, correct, Stealth. Anytime someone thinks you can fix a problem by throwing money at the government, just tell them that historically they're very wrong. Data conversion. Okay, I'm going off in the weeds here. I'm not going to worry about that. I was actually reading through the threat brief that you get whenever you sign up for the exam today. It's pretty straightforward. So. Let me do something. Let's inject. Fibers are getting pretty rural around here. Dude, even my speed test is really weak right now. Now, part of me wants to blame my home connection. So what I think I might do is... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have the freaking time to do it. But go plug directly into my modem, because I have my own hardware south of the modem, right? I don't trust the modem. I want it segregated. So I've got my own stuff. And I wanted to go check and see, like, okay, if I'm coming directly from their hardware, what kind of speed do I get? I just haven't had time to do it yet. Straight fiber to a Cisco switch. Actually, I tried to do that, but actually the fiber doesn't terminate at the that hardware. Get this, though. In my apartment in Louisiana, in the middle of nowhere, the fiber actually did terminate like directly in my closet. Here, the fiber terminates in a different room, and I have to Cat 5 it over to where the main distribution switch is. So it's annoying. Okay. Let me see. Let me grab something real fast. Okay, so we were working on the one-way inbound trust. That one was pretty straightforward. We wrapped that up last night. So now, I really want to go over the one-way outbound trust. This is the one that we used that when we compromised the, the parent domain. This is how we compromised the MSP. So if we look at the trust layout here, So we start in the dev domain. I'm going to move this down a little bit. So the dev domain has a one-way outbound trust to Dev Studio. So this is the trust direction, which means the access direction runs this way. And then we have cyber, which is the parent domain. And this one actually has a two-way trust, which means we have two-way access between the two of them. And then cyber actually is connected to an MSP, managed service provider. And then the MSP has a one-way inbound trust. So the one-way outbound trust. This way. So the trust is going out from cyber, which means the MSP will have access to us. Right here. But, so we have compromised this link here and this link. So this is our new target right there. Got you in my sights. I'm gonna solid 1 gig down and 60 up. I just haven't really wanted to switch. Fiber guys were pushing hard for super cheap first year, but then it got pricey. Yeah, I've had the same price for 5 years basically, and it's been fine. And it's supposed to be 1 gig symmetric, and usually is. I don't know. I really need to go test stuff a little bit closer to the switch. I don't know. There's some potential bottlenecks. My home network is not super robust. Let me see here. Okay, so you know what I just realized? I don't think I was drawing this, and I don't think you guys could even see it, could you? Oh, smooth brain strikes again. So what I was saying here, so we start in the dev domain. This is where we begin. We had an outbound trust to Dev Studio, which means, wait, I had this backwards. Correction. This is incorrect. Got these backwards. So we have an inbound trust from Dev Studio, which means the dev domain has access to Dev Studio. Now, this was the child domain. This one's the parent. So they have a bidirectional trust by default. So we had trust and access running both directions. Now, the MSP from the cyber domain, we have an outbound trust, which means MSP has access to cyber. And by a transitive property, MSP actually has access to cyber, dev, and Dev Studio. Has access to everything here. Honestly, most of the time the responding end is slow as shit anyway, so it's hard to want to pay more currently. Yeah. Dude, sometimes I have big files, though, that I want to upload, especially like if I'm working from home and I need to go upload. Sometimes my Burp collaborator files get to be multiple gigs, depending on how much I'm doing on a web app. And so if I want to go back those up, I'd like for it to just be done fast. I don't want to sit there and wait for it. So what we've done is we compromised these ones. We need to go compromise this one again. And I remember how we did this last time. We're going to have to do a little bit of tricky trick on it. So let's see here. So let's do something. We need to go compromise. We need to go compromise DC1 again. So let me go look at that next. Actually, I tell you what, let's just run through it because I know I'm going to have to do this. I know there are multiple domains in the exam, so let's just run through it again. So we go to trust, get domain trust. Let's just take a look at this again real fast. Actually, this is horrible. I don't want to do it this way because I forgot we're on the DNS beacon. So we're going to go inject into 11.232. 11.232. Hey, thanks for coming online, man. Welcome. I screwed something up here. I think it's X64. What's the... Oh, it's PID, then the process. Okay. Or PID, then the architecture. So we're going to inject into Explorer because that process is owned by bfarmer. So that we'll get a beacon back as bfarmer. So we're going to inject into 11232 with an 64-bit HTTP. That'll give us a little bit more stable connection. Because the DNS name, the amount of bandwidth you can push through that is really freaking small. This will be workstation 2, HTTP bfarmer. So what's awesome is you look at this, we are running as bfarmer right here, or we're running in the Explorer process. So we did full injection to it. I want to learn more about the injection techniques. I kind of get the idea of them, but it's still very surface level understanding of them. All right, so now let's do our special little thing. So let's do trust, get our domain trust. And this one should come back fairly quickly. There we go. So we can see the ARC domain that we're in right now, dev cyberbotic to cyberbotic, has a bidirectional trust, which we expect it's a parent-child relationship. So let's do trust, get remote targets, or cyberbotic IO. So this is just going to do a little bit of information gathering for us. So the first thing we got back was the local domain administrators group SID. This is the domain admin group SID. This is the domain admin SID on the remote target. So see, this one's in cyberbotic IO. Like that. In fact, I wonder if I shouldn't... You know what? Actually, I think I might want to make a modification to this script. Because this is very clear, like, what we're getting. This is a little bit nebulous just because it uses a hard-coded convert name to SID. I want to try something real fast here. Bear with me. Stand by. Let me try this. I gotta import PowerView real fast. So we'll import PowerView, and then, because those are all PowerView commands, and I'm going to run this if I want to try something. So then PowerPick, drop this in, and rather than domain admins, I'm going to try administrator. Hello. Hello, Panda. Did you have a good walk? Oh, that's right. This is get domain group. That's why that won't work. Okay. I'm just going to leave it then. I wanted to know if I could make it a little bit different, but I didn't read carefully enough. So what we've got here is we've got the security identifier for devs. Yes, the local domain here. We've got the security identifier for the administrator user because we're going to need it to build our tickets. And then we've got the security identifier for domain admins up in our target. So this is our current domain. This is our target domain SID. And then we have the domain controller right here. And the IP address just in case we need it. And this would be more for other stuff. We don't really need this right now. This is more for if we're abusing what we were jumping to. What was it? We had an inbound trust. That's right. In this case, we do have an inbound trust. So we could try and get something in Exchange servers, but not going to worry about it. That's just an extra piece right there. So we need these pieces right here. So let's go do something. Let's build. Let's do trust diamond ticket. How did we do the diamond ticket? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so yeah, so it's the ticket user we want, which is going to be administrator. The ticket user's RID, which would be 500. The group that they're a member of, which would be 519, which I believe is enterprise admin. The SID history, which is going to be this right here, except I'm going to change it to 519. This is domain administrators. I'm going to change it to enterprise admins. We'll change that to 519. And what else do we need? That's it. We just need the AES 256 right there. So let's go grab that. So this is the Curb TGT AES 256 hash right here. Oh. Grab this. And I'm not going to pass the ticket. I'm going to do create net only with it. We're going to let this run. This should allow us to then be able to jump over to... Yeah, here we go. Now, what was this? Let's see, it's 1:51 a.m. Threat block. What did it block? Interesting. It says it blocked it, but it didn't block it. Oh, it killed our beacon. See that? Which is funny that it killed our beacon because our Explorer is still up there. See that? Let me do a PS real quick. Oh wait, we can't do a PS. It killed the beacon. Son of a bitch. I got defendered. Yeah, no kidding. Which is funny because it's not showing explore.exe, but this is all Explore, right? Look, this is all Explorer. This is Workstation 2, right? Yeah. So I don't get how Bee Farmer doesn't have an Explorer executable. Oh, there it is. That's fine, because I'm just going to go inject another beacon into it. What's that? 7740. There we go. So let me go copy this out real fast. So this is the ticket that we need. Actually, we don't even... I mean, yeah, I do kind of want this because... we could just throw this in our scrap notes real quick. And then what I'll do is then I'll just exit out of this. Actually, I want to do something different. I'm just gonna go copy that command we sent also. Just so I can save a little bit of typing if I need it. You go away. Go away now. There we go. And we turn off word wrap here. Now we're cooking with propane. All right. So I can remove this old beacon. I come over to this one. Awesome. Okay, so we're back here. Close that one. Rename that one. Bam. Okay. So what's funny is I think actually we have a backdoor in here that we could use, but actually I want to try this. I want to try the create net only. Kerberos. create net only. Make sure I know what parameters I need. So I need the program, so I'm going to do cmd.exe, and then we'll do the domain. Doesn't really have to match anything. I'm just going to make it, because these are all actually just ghost values, but I'm going to make it match what we've got in here. So program, domain, user, and then the ticket. So user would be administrator, and then our ticket value. Not being able to Alt-Tab kills me. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and steal that token for 5240. And then we can just jump using... Actually, we'll just use PSExec. It works. PSExec64 to dc1.cyberbiotic.io. And we'll jump with a SMB beacon. So that'll get us our DC1. That should get us our DC1 beacon right there. Hey SM, what's up, man? There we go. Took it a second, and it always, you know, like my heart kind of skips a beat. And like, did I crash the beacon? Is it not going to work? Did I fuck something up? No, it worked. Nice. Cool. So now if we go over to DC1, awesome. So let's rename this one here. This is going to be DC1 SB 0. Actually, no, this is going to be system. Just rename the whole thing. I don't know why I even copied and pasted it. Awesome. So now we've got our beacon over on DC1. Let's do some persistence. What do we have? We did persistence on scheduled tasks. Let's do some. Let's do. We're gonna probably do it. We'll do local here. That's what we'll do. What's our present working directory? System 32. So let's do cd ... Should be in Windows. Okay. Let's upload a payload real fast. So we'll upload a DNS beacon. Actually, I don't know if I needed to upload the DNS beacon. I don't remember. Because this was one of the first functions we made, and so the usage is kind of shit. So let's go find it and clean that up a bit. Persistent schedule task. Here we go. So we had two options. We could either do PowerShell, in which case we would give it the PowerShell payload to run, or we could give it a binary. Okay, so we don't have it uploading our stuff, so we do need to do the upload ourselves. Okay. Awesome. Didn't remember if we made it that auto-magical. So what we'll do is we'll tell it to do local, and then the path is going to be c:\windows /DNS _ x64.exe. And this will set up a scheduled task per persistence, so we'll have that come up pretty frequently. Awesome. So all this is doing is just setting this up right here. Go check something real quick. On Sharp Persist, what options do we have besides hourly and login? Do we have others? Oh, this was put up by Mandia. That's right. That's our optional add-ons. So optional add-on for environment variable obfuscation for the registry. You do hourly, daily, or at login. I think for this one, doing it at logon might be better for the exam. Because here's why. You can reboot machines in the exam. I'm pretty sure. Hang on a second. Let me go into OPSEC mode. Let me go check something. Well, okay, so you can power cycle at least one box. It doesn't say you can explicitly power cycle the other boxes, but I think you can. So. I'm out of OPSEC mode. I went into OPSEC mode specifically so you couldn't see the exam threat profile. If you want to see the threat profile, go take the exam yourself. Which one of the main reasons actually I'm taking the exam is, one, I've done all this work, I might as well go take it. Two, if I want to provide people with intelligent guidance, I want to know what's on there. Shields up. I'm thinking about redoing actually my monitor layout, because right now, right here is the top edge of my monitor. I'm thinking about bringing it down so that the camera is a bit more eye level with me, and just adjusting where all the monitors are. Because the camera angle does get, like, when I go check the top monitor, I know it looks kind of funny. Like I'm just staring wistfully off into the distance. And you expect like some Star Wars, you know, double sunset music to be playing in the background. God, that was horrible. That's like Sandstorm with the flute. Have you guys heard that? It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm not going to play it on stream, but if you want to check it out, there it is. Let's look at our processes here on DC1. Where are we? Oh, so we're literally just running in run DLL 32. Okay, but now, actually, since we're on here, we can do the next part, which is we can look at our trusts, and we can do get domain trusts. Because we're going to have a different view of things from DC1, because it's in a different domain. See, look at this. So we have the bidirectional trust with dev, but now look, we're the source now because we're operating in Cyberbiotic. The target is dev. Now we have source Cyberbiotic, and then we've got the target name is MSP, and then it's outbound. So Cyberbiotic has an outbound trust to MSP.org, which is exactly where I wanted to double check stuff and make sure that if I need to make any new helpers, we got it. So let's do something real quick. Actually, we need to get... It looks up real fast. Let me go to my notes. To the notes. This is why taking important and notes is important. Look at this. So we've got all the dev stuff here, right? So what we need is we're going to need all these hashes, but for cyber instead of dev. Crap. How did I do that? Was it E keys? Is that what I did? Mimicat, Circle Lassa, E keys. I think that will get it to. I think that will get it for me. I don't think so. I'm gonna try running it anyway. Hey, Costume, thanks for coming online, man. Welcome, welcome. We are doing some Active Directory Trust abuse. We're in an abusive trust relationship with Active Directory. This all dumps stuff for DC1, which, I mean, you'd expect it. We're on DC1. Crap, what is it? I think I need to do the DC sync. I know we made a function for DC sync. We should have. Really? We didn't do a DC sync function? Well, I know there's a built-in one here. Let's try that. Let's do DC sync, which we should be able to DC sync this out because we're running as system on DC1, meaning we're running as DC1 dollar account. So let's try this. We'll do cyber.botic IO. Domain would be cyber / KRBTGT. Hey, now we're talking. Yes! That's how we got, okay, that's how we got all that stuff. What's funny is we completely, in this example, we completely bypassed going through the dev child domain controllers. We just went right from Bob's to the domain controller on the parent. That's kind of funny to me. Hello, Panda. Who's your club puppy? Issue. So let me grab these real quick. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. This is the main ones that we need right here. Grab this over into our notes. This is going to be cyber KRB TGT. Bless you, Panda. Yeah, that's our AS256. And then we have the DES here, but actually I also want the NTLM. All of these. Try not to step on you, Panda. You're making it hard. There we go. So cool. Now we've got the AES credentials, the hashes, and the NTLM. Perfect. So basically we own the domain. Because once you've got the curb TGT hashes, it's pretty much game over. Okay. Would you chill out, though? Get up. Get up. Down. Down. You're moving my Riker chair. Okay, so what's going to happen here? I remember this, but I haven't articulated it for y'all. So what happens here is that there's actually a special user. We can basically, what we can do is we can't jump. You know what? I'm not even showing it. We can't jump directly to the MSP domain as like an administrator like we did with these other ones, but we can get a domain user account in the MSP. And the reason for that is because there has to be something here for the cyber domain to authenticate the MSP domain. So what we can do is we can look for that. Yeah, because they have a shared credential. So both domains in a trust relationship store a shared password, which automatically changes every 30 days. In the trusted domain object. So they're stored in a secure container, but we can read it over LDAP. Yeah, so let's run through this. I'm gonna run through it the manual way. Let me pull this real quick. Look at this here. So one way. Up that. There we go. And I apologize for taking these notes off screen, but like I said, I felt like it was sharing a bit too much of some of the course material. So I'm keeping those notes off screen. We're just doing whatever I show in the lab here. All right, so we have an AD search. Find shared credentials between the domains. Let's see. Here we go. You're a pirate, but at least you're an honest one. Arr! Yar! There be honor amongst thieves. Yar! I'm not saying I never used Napster. I'm just saying I know a lot about Napster and LimeWire. So this is what we're looking for right here. So I definitely want to go make that a helper function real quick. So let me make a note here so we can use shared credentials to get access as a domain user. Foreign domain. Less place for good good malware. Yeah, right. So I never did that, nor did I ever trick people into like running backdoor software over ICQ. Never ever would I do that. Yeah, that was a very specific thing I've never done. Exactly. Never have I ever hypothetically done such a thing. Manual method. Guys, I gotta tell you about this absolutely wild dream I had. So usually I'm up working late. I don't get a lot of sleep at night, so I'll take a nap in the afternoon before I stream. I had a dream that like there was this what can only be described as the Tijuana version of Mad Max truck, like not really chasing me down the highway, but just like completely not wanting me to pass it. It was weird. And the highway was almost set up like a motocross track, and I'm just in my regular car. And so like I'm hitting jumps and like landing, and I can't really control it, so I'm hitting a lot of nose down, right? And breaking my car. Well, this Tijuana Mad Max somehow hits the jump harder than me and flies farther and starts fishtailing in front of me and knocks me off the road. My car goes flying. It goes flying off the road. Somehow in midair turns into my ATV, and I land on a roller coaster track, but I'm facing the wrong way. And I can see and I land on it, and I'm driving, and I can see that there's a roller coaster car coming. So I gun it, and I hit this ramp, and I jump over the roller coaster car, land on the other side, manage to like miss it, turn the ATV around. This is some GTA style dream I had here. And then I gunned it back the other direction, and then I hit this jump to like basically just, yeet myself off the the roller coaster track, and then I start fucking just Mary Poppins floating down, and people are like, "Oh my god!" They're like trying to like catch the ATV, and I'm just like, "Get the fuck out the way! This thing's 600 pounds. Move!" And then it just kind of lands. I get off the ATV. I'm like, "That was fucking awesome!" Like going crazy about it. And that's when I woke up. I'm like, "What in the hell kind of dream was that? I don't even play GTA anymore." I probably haven't played GTA in like 10 years. So GoPro, I have the rules written out. I don't think I put it in Twitch. I put it on the Discord though. I said, hey, all topics are fair to discuss. You just got to keep it civil. Don't devolve into a pissing match, otherwise I'll have to put you in timeout. But yeah, I figured I would just catch the highlights later of the debate. I'm more concerned about my my exam performance. Let me grab a copy of this real quick. Something that so I'll know what this looks like. There won't be any highlights, it's just all lowlights. Actually, I saw a really funny picture. Damn, I don't think I've got it. Hang on. Because this picture just cracked me up. There we go. Hang on, let me go grab this real quick. So I just threw this in the Safe for Work memes over on the Discord. Look at that. Fucking Beavis and Butthead. And then the lightness right here, God, just it slays me. My buddy sent that to me. I was like, you have too much time on your hands, man. All right, cool. So once we have validated where this is, so MSP org system cyberbiotic IO, got it. I'm not sure, Void. Just do bang Discord in chat, and it'll !Discord. It'll drop the link for you. If I have, give me a minute though, because I have to manually add people into the, let's call it the internal zone, because when you first join the Discord, it drops you into the honeypot. That's hash Discord. Hashtag bang. You get segmented in the DMC, that's right. There will be a very simple CAPTCHA coming up. It's just the way Discord has their channel onboarding stuff set up, it has some ridiculous requirements. Like you have to have X number of channels for somebody. It's like, I don't want them to have access to X number of channels when they first join the Discord. They can't answer this very simple question to prove that they're a human thinking person. They don't get access to anything except for the live stream announcements. And if that's all they want, that's all they get. Oh god, we used McAfee at my last job, and it was a dumpster fire. Although I don't really fully blame McAfee. The whole company was a dumpster fire. So it was really just like trying to throw a squirt bottle on a dumpster fire. That's what it was. So we have two options here. We can dump from memory this critical piece of information using Mimikatz, or we can DC sync it down. I kind of want to do both, though. And the reason for that is because I want to do both because I can see a situation where maybe I have DC sync permissions, but I haven't gotten onto domain controller, which actually sounds kind of weird because I think there's only 8 machines on the exam, and you have to compromise at least 6 of them. So, but it's never hurts to have an extra means of working on something, right? And heck, actually, it might be that, let's say, just for shits and giggles, let's say if the network was set up like this, right? And let's say for some reason we never got access to, let's say we started in dev and somehow we managed to jump all the way to MSP for whatever reason. If we never, maybe we landed on something else in cyber and we DC synced down these trusted domain object creds. We jumped to MSP, we escalate on MSP. Well, then we have access to everything. Then we can come back and then we could pop the cyber DC for whatever reason. I don't know. So it's entirely possible you have to kind of be thinking non-linearly sometimes. Linearly. I'm spamming the firewall. You advanced it. Hang on. I have a thing to tell me like when somebody joins to do it. There. I deem you human. There you go, Boyd. Now you have access to the rest of the server. So what's going to happen is if somebody doesn't answer that question right, and it's a multi-select answer, tell that access, yeah. It's gonna, if they answer the question correctly, it gives them the human role. But if they select more than one answer, it also gives them the honeypot role, which segregates them to the honeypot. So yeah, no worries, man. So I had the permissions all worked out. I just can't get the onboarding system to understand what I'm doing. And like I need it to chill the hell out. All right, so let's try this real quick. Let's go ahead and dump this with Mimikatz. LSA dump. Trust. I'll see if I can find something, because eventually I'm going to put like a status bar at the bottom or the top of the screen, probably at the top, and I'll see if I can have something that actually shows what the current song that's playing is. So let me grab that real fast. We find the credentials, steal the trusted domain object. Threads. Option 1. Mimikatz. One of the things I don't like about Mimikatz is it provides very verbose output. This is from cyber to dev. This is dev to cyber. This is cyber to dev. This is dev to cyber again. Here you go. This is MSP to cyber. That's the one we want. So there's 2 copies here. This is the outbound one. We don't have one for the inbound. Oh wait, so there's out. See that? There's out and there's out one. Out, I believe, is the current one, the current set of credentials, and out one is the previous set because it keeps the previous set in wherever it stores it. Now, what's funny is these two actually should line up. Yeah, this AES 256 should match this AES 256, but they don't. You see, they have the same timing here. I don't get why it's showing them differently, but yeah. So out is the current one. Out one is like the first older iteration. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So got this right here. That one's fairly straightforward. Oh, there's one more thing we need to do, and I must have missed this the first time I did this. Let's see. Let me do something here. Option 2 is DC sync. So let's look at how we do this DC. Let's actually go back to B Farmer, because B Farmer should have access with his setup here. So we dump the memory, or we use DC sync. But to do this, we need the object's GUID. So we tell it the identity. This is the when we first did the enumeration up here. That's what we got. Oh, it's on this system here. Where was that? Way back here. All right, not gonna worry about it. No, I am going to worry about it. Where the hell is it? Ah, here we go. This is where we did our AD search. And this is the one that told us the distinguished name right here. So we need that distinguished name, which we've got. Boom. And then we're going to get the object GUID. Go copy this. Hey GoPro, how's the new job going, man? Option 2 is to DC sync, so then we need to find TDO GUID. Maybe privilege not held. Hey Grit, how's it going? I'm your Huckleberry. What if I can specify the domain here? Let me try something. Domain cyberfuck.io. See if this errors out. Nope, you do. Rep to self. Let me try something real quick. Let's do We'll do another create net only. I don't know, maybe this token got corrupted. And then we'll just steal it. So steal token 8924. There we go. And then let's go try that again. Actually, before we do that, I want to try something. Let's look at the contents of DC1. Because if we can list the C drive, then we have administrator access. So now let's go try, see if this works. Norm, what you do. And just working on some more of this domain trust systems abuses. Okay, so for some reason it's not picking up what I'm putting down. So let's go just do it from here. We take out the domain. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't import me some Power View. What I didn't do. Now let's try. I forgot it imports Power View really fast. I'm sitting here waiting for it to complete. Okay. Awesome. So that's what we're going to get. We need to find the GUID, and then what we can do is Mimikatz LSA them. So once we find that GUID, I actually want to try this from here. Was that the correct GUID? Yes, it is. Let's do PC. Let's see. Write this out, so it's going to be. And so I want to see if this will work, because we should have access to everything with the TGT that we're using. With the Diamond TGT. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Cool. See, I have bacon written, so I'm going to fry eggs and bacon right now. I'm not having these thoughts. Oh no, that's what I like to say. Like, if our beacon ever gets killed, I'm like, oh no, they burnt the bacon. Okay, so the other thing is, so what we're going to do is we're going to abuse a well-known fact of this, right? So with the way this is set up, because the domain here, oh shit, I'm not showing it. The domain here is named Cyber, right? So in the trusting domain, right, there is going to be an account, basically, that is the domain name, $. So up here, we're going to have an account called Cyber, $. And so this is our target right here. We want to steal, that's what we're going to be able to basically get access as. One thing we can do is we can actually use AD search for that. We can double check it. I think we're... Shit, I gotta go over here, actually. It's dollars, yeah. So if we drop in this... Oh, there's so many that came back. You see, like, we have a dev one. Wait, I don't see those in here, though. I see Glover, SCCM, Herb TGT. Oh wait, I think I'm supposed to run that on Farmer here. There we go. So see how we have a Cyber dollar? It's because we have a inbound trust from Cyber. And see how we have Dev Studio? It's because we have an inbound trust from Dev Studio. Got it. Domain. Let's see. Rusted. The trustees domain name. Dollars. EG Cyber dollar. Here we go. It's $2. Okay, so then we can just do a Rubius Ask TGT. I can't believe we did not make... Hold on. I'm shocked I didn't make anything for... I gotta look at something. Kerberos _ So we made... I want to see something, because we made a lot of Kerberos functions, and I cannot believe we didn't make like a very simple ask for a TGT. So we did roasting find targets. Hold on, let me make this little alias. There we go. All right, so we did roasting find targets. We did roast TGS rec. We did AS rep roasting find targets. AS rep roast request hash. Okay. We did unconstrained delegation find targets. Constrained delegation find targets. And constrained delegation for stealing the TGT. Easy enough. We did role-based constrained delegation. What did we do here? Yeah. Finding the targets. Injecting an SPN. Yeah, so it uses PowerView to inject an SDDL into a target machine from a compromised machine account. Yeah, that's it. We can also remove the SPN. What else did we make here? Is that literally the last one? No, we have a whole bunch down here too. So we have Kerberos silver tickets. Create net only. Pass the ticket. Golden ticket. Diamond ticket. S4U and S4U to self. Was that the last one? Alright, that's unacceptable. I need an Ask TGT one here, I think. Nah, never mind. Because there's a lot of options that could go into this. want to do? Oh, you know what I want to do? Come down here and make a new one. Why? Because I said so. Let's do alias trust underscore. What was this? This was our outbound trust. One way out. Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll do beacon command register, set up some crispy bacon. There we go. And so this will use Rubius to create a TGT or a one-way outbound trust domain. Yeah, cool. That is not what I wanted to do. Copy this out here. Boop. What we'll do is let's throw some usage in here. So usage is going to be the command let's see, and then we're going to need a couple things. We're going to need the we're going to need the foreign. Spell that right? Yes, foreign domain. Foreign user. That should be the TDO's RC4 hash. Let's see. TDO RC4. There you go. Nice and simple. Hey, Void, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Appreciate it. I need to go change that. Damn, yeah. I need to go redo my alerts. I'll probably take some time to do that next week, assuming that the lab or the what the hell is it? That the exam doesn't take the entire 4 days. I'm honestly hoping to be done with it in 2 days. And so, yeah, that's why I would like to 100% it, but honestly, if I get to the 6 flags, then, you know, I'm going to take it pretty chill and just enjoy the process after that. All right, so foreign domain, foreign user, the TDO RC4 hash. Okay, so we need... I'm going to just kind of repurpose this code here. All right, so we need to get the size of it. So we need, if the size needs to be 4. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of these two. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, the main reason I'm taking it is because I want to be able to like guide people and, hey, you know, without like directly telling them, here's what's going to be on the exam, be like, hey, man, you might want to bone up on that. You know, it looks like you're having trouble understanding that thing. You should learn that thing better. All right, so what are we going to need here? This is actually why I like building out the usage here. This time, it's not going to be gradient. It's going to be directly. And actually, I guess we could leave that in there. Yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and leave that. We got that functionality. I had to clean my glasses. They're freaking disgusting. I think because I was playing with the chicks earlier, and they get so dusty, their adult feathers are starting to grow in. which I need them to finish so I can put them out in the coop and get them out of the house. And so they look like little scruffy teenagers, right? You know, teenagers look a little awkward because their body proportions get funky. It's the same thing, just with their feathers. And actually, I saw Panda like staring in the brooder, and I got onto her. I was like, "Don't you dare! If you eat my chickens, I'm gonna murder you." All right. Much better. I can see. Praise Jesus. So I need to do something here. Let's change this to Ask TGT. And we can take out this ticket delegation part here. And then this is going to change to the user domain. The user. I know we're going to have to change all these variable names around. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. What's our first thing in here? Yeah, F domain, F user. I always want to say that. F domain, F user. And then what do we have? We've got the TDO RC4. TDO RC4. Boom. Yeah, and that's it. And then this is actually an optional parameter right here. So we can take this out. Don't need that. So the domain, yep, this is going to be F domain. This is going to be F user. We can take out these two lines right here. We don't need them. And then we're going to change this from curb key to RC4. There we go. Quite the easy matchup here. Except I think I want to rename this. Yeah, okay, I want to swap that. And that might sound silly, but also I might want to go make a helper function to do different things with like one way in, you know, bi-directional, whatever. If I want to tweak those, I want to make it so the naming convention kind of stacks properly. RC4 tickets are also used by default across domain trusts. So it's not like this is bad OPSEC or anything. Alright, let's go see if we can request this. We'll go ahead and do this from the domain controller here. So we want... What do we want? This one. We want this RC4 right here. Let's copy that, and then... Oh, we gotta reload our script. I forgot we just made a new script. So script manager. Reload that sucker. There we go. All right, so now let's do this. So this should be trust ask TGT one way out with the help. Did I screw that up? That's weird. I wonder why the output is funky. It's got the usage. Oh, you know why? I didn't string concat it. That's why. That's fine. I just wanted the extra little flavor text in there. But that's all right. What I need is I need this. So our foreign domain is going to be msp.org. Our user is going to be cyberdollar. And the RC4 hash. And I'm not going to pass the ticket. I'm just going to run it. Oh, did I forget to change that? I did. No. Oh, it's because I I have the wrong parameter here. There we go. Rumbo! With coming in hot with the Cookie Monster virus. I love that emote so much. I gotta see if I can figure out how to get those set up over in YouTube. Because I know you can do like custom emotes. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to do that over there. Because I just love that Cookie Monster. The Cookie Monster and the smiley face eye patch, they're just my favorite. I'm not saying I have the best emotes, I'm just saying I got some really badass ones. Alright, let's try this again. Because see what it was trying to do? Is trying to do RC4, but like it was leaving the hash out. It's because we had the variable names wrong. And by we, I mean, you know, I screwed it up. Hey, Greylord, thanks for the Prime sub, man. I appreciate that. Super appreciate it. I think that gets us... Yeah, 43 sub points. Awesome. I actually have... I don't know if I've ever showed y'all this. I think I did a long time ago. But I actually made a budget for the stream here. So this budget here, see if I can blow it up a bit, was just assuming like, hey, how many sub points do you have? It actually was originally calculated for like 60. And then how much it comes in off of this. And so it's not doing too bad. I also budgeted like $100 for AWS labs. So if we wanted to do more Snap Lab stuff. So right now, and there's actually some stuff in here like software licenses is way low. This actually needs to get bumped up. But the stream is doing fine and it's being self-sustaining, which is what I wanted. So I actually have like a little budget in here that I was going to somehow embed on the website. But that's so far down the priority list, I don't even give a shit. I want to do it just for like transparency and because people are curious about that stuff. But the stream's doing well, and I'm liking to see it grow. I want to grow the Discord too and make it a like a nice fun hacker place. Okay, cool. So we got our TG2. So let's go take that. And let's do a Kerberos GreatNet only. I think we just need the domain. So we'll do msp.org. We'll call it CyberDollar. I think just the ticket. I think that's the last thing we needed there. See if I remember correctly. I think I might have screwed it up. Did I? Let's see. Kerberos created. Let me look at the help. How we define the help. Oh, you know what? That's why. Because we got to give it the... I forgot. The first thing we got to tell is what program to spawn. We'll spawn notepad.exe. Hey, there we go. So now if we steal the token from 7108, awesome. So now we should be able to query yesterday I moved the app data folder to an AMD RAM disk, but it only works in Windows 7, and I played the game and there was no increase in FPS. Because a lot of times you gotta remember, it's not accessing your disk a whole lot. Games are usually optimized for running in memory. Don't get me wrong, they won't just throw the entire thing into memory, but the games, whenever you're running them, they get used to knowing when to kind of intelligently pull assets from disk. So when you have those cool loading screens where, like, let's say you're going through like a crack in a mountain, that's actually like a loading scene. And what it's doing is it's unloading all the assets from the zone you just left, and it's loading all the assets in the new zone. And that doesn't take a ton, especially if you've got an SSD. Really, your limiting factors are your CPU, your GPU, and then your motherboard. Because you got to make sure your motherboard has a fat enough pipe to transfer all the data around. Interesting idea, though. I like that idea. I've never thought about trying to move app data to a RAM disk. Funny that it only works in Windows 7, too. Okay, so we've got impersonation. Let me think about something here. We make enum functions, we make recon functions. Simcopter reticulating splines. Hello, Panda. You act like you don't get any pets throughout the day. She literally hounds me in my office all day for pets. Let's see. I'm trying. So I know what the correct answer is. The privilege escalation here exists in ADCS, but I'm trying to think, how would I go through the enumeration of, hey, now I've got domain user access over to that next domain. We try something. Alias space. So here's like a really quick list of all the different ones we've got. Damn it, Panda, will you stop? She's only 20 pounds, but she hits me in the knee and knocked my ass over. All right, let's go, guys. I need to go run to the restroom. So then what we'll do is we'll look at how we want to do a little bit more enumeration of the domain here in just a minute. I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad break, so hopefully it won't bother us for too long. And then I'll be right back. So hang tight, go get a snack, drink, stretch. Blood flow is important. And I'll see you in just a minute. Back. All right. What if I could domain share? So I'm trying to remember what we'd made for like domain reconnaissance. I hope that wasn't you puking, Panda. Hang on, guys. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to do? So all our GPO stuff, our MySQL stuff. Let's try that first one though. Let's do get domain shares. Anything for that? Just the domain. Okay. Cool. So that one we can specify the domain. So msp.org. Looks like we didn't find anything. We didn't do a help for ADCS CAS, find CAS. It's like an error. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Let's try this. So ADCS find CAS. Let's see what it does. Oh, cool. So it did target msp.org. Great. What about GPO? Let's try that. See if this comes back with anything. So first thing we did convert name to SID for domain users. That gives us the SID. Yeah, and see, this is a completely different SID. I know, I take my word for it because it's looking a little bit different here. Oh, net logon and sysvol finally resolved. Okay, so it's just running slow. So it should have taken this SID here, parsed it, and then written it in. We'll let it run here for just a second. So there's no jobs running. That's fine. Let's try ADCS find Kaz. Okay, we did the find Kaz. It did find it. So then if we did check templates. Okay, so we need to go fix for all these ADCS ones. We need to go fix the help functions for them. So that was before I really understood how the help functions worked. There's find cast, check templates, look for vulnerable ADCS templates. If you've been documenting this journey through this course on YouTube as well, I'd love to go back your work and look at all this. Yeah, I have. I mean, it's just been it's basically just an archive of the live stream. So, you know, you're going to have the other stuff in there, but yeah, totally. If you go onto the channel, youtube.com, you drop it in here. If you look at the playlist, there's a playlist in there. It's called, I think it's called 0 Point Security Red Team Ops. And so it's got all the live streams where we were doing that on there. And there's another playlist for like all the learning stuff. So if you can, you don't have to like parse through like which one was a learning stream with Salty, which one was a Red Team Ops one. I've already broken them out into playlists. So if you wanted to look at it, you can. Be aware, I think it's like 50 videos long. So, and it might be a tiny bit disjointed, but yeah, so a lot of it's in there. I actually had a plan to go through and I was going to use a tool called Fabric, which lets you kind of do some fun stuff with AI learning models, large language models. One of them is I can have a tool pull the transcript from the video, and then I was going to have a language model basically summarize the topics that were covered in it, and then use that to create a list of bullet points for the, what is it? For the description. So then you could be able to search in the description, see like what topics were covered. Like, did we cover group policy? Did we cover credential stealing? Did we cover Kerberos? What was covered in there? So I usually recommend people if you want to go back and look at stuff, go do that on YouTube. But for the live experience, Twitch really is superior. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get around to like maybe cutting out just the Red Team Ops stuff. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Just because I'm not that good of a video editor, and it would take me an inordinate amount of time. And I think video editors usually charge in the range of like $50 an hour. Let's just say they charge $25 an hour, right? You're talking there's average of 3 hours per video, and there's like 50 of them in there. So you're talking 150 hours times 30, let's say. Let's say I got a killer deal, and they're only going to charge $20 an hour, right? To go through the video. You're still talking like $3,000. So I'm like, I'm not paying somebody $3,000 to go back through all those videos and maybe chop them up. I'm not that much of a baller. Let's see. So there's all of our ADCS stuff. I guess let's do check templates. ADCS. Check templates. What was the help on that? Yeah, just look for vulnerable ADCS templates. Let's just try that. Hold on, what's the command we're running here? Just find vulnerable. Okay. Let's be real, an editor wouldn't know the nuggets are from this kind of content either. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The best they could do is cut out, like, the be right backs, you know? Which I used to do more of. Oh, I ran the help function again. Smooth brain. There we go. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a text-to-speech queue so that people can throw questions in there. And so if I see them in the chat, then yeah, I'll answer them. But for the most part, I want to have something like, hey, when the ads run, then we'll run through the queue. Okay, cool. So on admsp.org root CA, the MSP user template has the enrollee supplies subject. Nice. So I'm not going to worry about that part too much. I need to... Crap, what was the function we just made? We just made, I think... Trust ask for one way out. Ask TGT, yeah. Let me just copy this. Dang it. What was the command we actually did, though? Let me look back through here for before we started doing our enumeration. Okay, here's where we actually did our request. Yeah, let me just copy this real quick. Let me go throw this into this. DC sync the credentials. Great TGT. Oh no, don't do that. Rubius, wrap code. And then what was our actual code? This is the one we did. Right, I'm just going to copy that for this. Come back. Copy. So actually, I want to kind of do something here. I want to do... I want to make another helper here for the trust. Because what I want to do is I want to make one for stealing the TDO creds, make it a little bit easier. So let's do alias trust. That one we called ask TGT. Let's do steal TDO creds. Steal TDO creds. Boom. And then we'll do a beacon command register. And this will be... There's pretty much the only way to do this is to use Rubius, or to use DC Sync. Or, no, use Mimikatz. Use Mimikatz to steal trusted domain object credentials. There we go. And then what we'll do is we're going to have two usages for this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do... Yeah, so we'll do usage. And so it's going to be our command name, trusted steal creds. And then we'll have two options here. So the first option is going to be right, what was the first option? We can use yeah, we could do LSA dump. We could use the LSA dump option. And in that case, we just can run it. But then we have another option here where oops, what can we do here? What we can do now is we can also do another one. We do DC sync. And for that one, what we're going to need is so we have two options. We can either have it put in the distinguished name for it, or we can have it pass in the GUID. I think what I want to do is have it give us the distinguished name. So, TDO DN. And what I'll do is I'll just throw in an example there. Yeah, type. It's because my keyboard shifted over because I haven't moved it back from when I was playing video games. So this is going to be trust, steal TDO creds. DC sync does not need an E in it. LSA dump. Then let's see. So DC sync, and then we guess you. I'm going to drop to just an example distinguished name here. There we go. So that should work right there. So I think we did one up here. We did trust diamond ticket. How did we find the TDO? Let me see. Yeah, actually, I want to do another one above this. So before we do this one, I'm going to do alias, trust, find TDO. Yeah, because if we do the find TDO and then we do steal TDO creds, that'll work perfect. So beacon command register. Because that find TDO will actually give us what we need. So this would be use AD search to find trusted domain objects. The usage on this is actually going to be real easy. We just have to give it what domain we're going to be doing. So then this is going to be target domain. Next, I'm going to just copy this stuff right here. We'll bring it down. So the size just needs to actually be equal to 2. Get rid of this. We'll just call this domain. And then the parameters are actually going to completely change. So we'll just wipe out the parameters. This line can go away. This is going to be good. And this needs to change to AD search. So parameters is going to be not correct. There we go. I'm going to just drop this in here, and then we're going to chop this line up here. And then basically we're going to chop up right there. right there. This is going to be double quotes because actually I need a leaving space here. This is where the dollar domain is going to go. And then the rest of that we can just close off. Boom. There we go. So now we've got our parameters. Like I said, this would be a real simple function here. Because what it'll do is it's just going to go grab all that stuff for us. Nice. So yeah, so it's going to check and make sure we have two options in the array. The beacon, which is always there, and then the one optional positional parameter we supplied, which would be target domain. Then we're going to build the search query. This is the search query. We inject the domain, and we let it go do its search. So that should work. Let's go try it real quick. Trust find TDO. Let's go reload our script. I want to run that real fast. Oh, good. I should have done that, actually. Let's make sure the help looks okay. Perfect. Cyberbotic. Actually, no, I want to do MSP. Yeah, we'll do Cyberbotic. Cyberbotic.io. Okay, so that didn't work just because, I think because we're using an impersonation token, but what if we do msp.org? That didn't work either. You know what? Let's try something different. I think we can actually just run this from bfarmer. I don't want to drop my token. Because it's a very simple LDAP query, so... Oh, damn it. Cyberbotic. Didn't like that. What if we do dev cyberbotic.io? Hold on, is my query wrong? Yep, sure is. I forgot to do a leading... So, I forgot a space. There we go. Reload that. Let's go try it back up here then. Hey, cool. So, nice. So that found that. Awesome. Now what if I change it to Cyberbotic? Hey, Jaro. Thanks for coming on late, man. Welcome. We are doing some some Active Directory trust relationship abuse. We've got trust issues in here. Actually, this is pretty cool because I want to go try something real quick. Now that this works, can Bob actually query msp.org? I don't think so. I think it's going to fail. Yeah, and the reason for that is because the trust relationship, basically MSP does not trust us, right? So we're here. Actually, Bob is here, but it doesn't really matter because there's a two-way trust here. Cyber trusts the MSP, which means MSP has access, but that doesn't mean Cyber has access to MSP to do an LDAP query. We can do it on DC1 because we're impersonating the Cyber user that's over in AD.org. Yeah, flat name MSP. All right, very cool. So now that we have that done, we find the TDO. Let's go do our trust. Let's go copy this code and use it as our boilerplate. But we're going to need two things. We're going to need to make sure that the size of the parameters is greater than or equal to 2. Actually, we can just do it if it's equal to 2, and then we can do it if else here, or else if. And this would just be another else statement right here. So if the size is going to be equal to 3, then we'll do a different set of arguments in here. Let's just wipe this stuff out. Because if we're going to do the LSA dump, it's real simple. It's just... And actually, I need to look at something again here real quick. We're just going to do LSA trust patch. However, I don't know if we need a specific function for Mimikatz. Okay, so there's a B Mimikatz command. All right. So first one is beacon ID, the command to run, support semicolon separation. All right, cool. Standard coffee, double espresso. Nice. Okay, so we need to go adjust our call here because we're not going to do B execute assembly. That's going away. So we're going to do B Mimikatz. Do $1 for the beacon. And the command is just going to be just the arguments we're going to pass. Okay. Optional PIG to inject Mimikatz for the optional parameter and callback. So we won't need any callbacks this time. But instead of calling this parameters, we're just going to call this command. Change that to a $. Bam. We're good. So then we need to kind of duplicate this. Actually, this is incorrect because this is going to be, if it's size 2, it's going to be doing the LSA dump. So we can actually move this down. This other code block. And then if this is going to be domain 1, copy that. Actually, I take that back because we're going to need to do something a little bit different here. I just realized. Because we were expecting to pass in this, but that is not what Mimikatz is expecting. Mimikatz is expecting us to pass in, what's it? The GUID for it. Let me try. I need to try something real fast here. I think if I do a select expand, this will... I think that will get us what we want. Yeah. Okay, so I want to make a minor modification to that command, but that's going to be something different here. Because we need that GUID. We need to get that information back. So actually we are going to need a callback for that one. So let's go build ourselves a callback function. This is our callback. And what we're going to do is we're going to blog $1, $2. All that does is just dump the raw output from the command we're going to send to it. I think what I want to do is I'm going to move this up here. And then, because if this one runs, I don't want to pass it to the callback. I just want it to dump it. But this one, we will need a callback. And actually, these two commands are going to actually move up to the callback here. Oh, let me think how I want to do this. Crap, we have to do this with a lambda. Damn it. Okay, you know what? I have changed my mind. So I do not feel like dealing with another Lambda function or another damn callback in regex. So F all this noise. What we're going to do is we're going to find the TDO. I'm going to actually just make a different command here. So we're going to do another alias. Yeah, we're going to call this trust. What was this command? Get TDO GUID. There, that's what we're going to call this. So we're going to have a little intermediary, because I just do not feel like messing with more freaking callbacks and trying to troubleshoot regex right now. I feel the time crunch before the exam on Monday. So this will, this is going to use Power View to convert the DN to object ID. Is that what we'll get? Object GUID. So this isn't directly related to abusing trust relationships, but this is where we're going to use it. So we'll use usage. It's going to be our command right here. We're going to pass in one parameter. That parameter is going to be the TDO distinguished name. All right, cool. And then we're just going to have one little let's import Power View. I don't want to do that. Here we go. I'm going to use this as my boilerplate. That right there. Bam. Okay, so the size should just equal 2. Yeah, because we're just going to have this exact one. So I can take out this if else right here. Because we're just going to get the DN here. So DN is going to equal at underscore value 1. And what's our command going to be? Our command is going to be the one we just ran in the beacon. So I can take out the expand. I'm going to take it out. That expand was just to make simplifying it a little bit simpler. In fact, I don't think this is the boilerplate code I wanted, come to think of it. It's not. Damn it. Alright, so we need to split this up just a wee bit. It's going to be our $DN right here. Actually, this stuff is all going away. That was all hard-coded stuff. There we go. So that will get us what we want. However, there you go. I need this code here because if I don't I'm trying to actually make it where I don't have to import Power View each time. This will allow it to run just once. Here we go. Okay, so invoke decom, this is going to be Power View. There we go. And I think that one-liner just goes right here at the end. There we go. Awesome. Close that. So what this does is it opens a file handle. Shit, I need to do something real quick. But I don't want to mess this up. Because if I don't define these as local variables, it might give us some headache. So handle and script and one-liner. I want these to be defined as local variables. So these, basically it's going to spawn a new copy of them only to be used within this function. Otherwise, those kind of become global variables and they can jack up the other tools. But just in case, I want to do that. Okay, cool. So we defined our command up here. Actually, I can get rid of power pick. That can go away. Yep, so we're going to do power pick, command. I think that should work. Let's go try it. Yeah, see how we get these right here? Let's go reload the script. And now if we do, we should just be able to put in the distinguish name here, which would be this one right here. We want the, and this is going to return us the GUID value. There we go. Awesome. And then once we have the GUID, now we can actually proceed with the function we really wanted, which was to steal the TDO creds. We do DC sync, TDO. Oh, so that should be good right there. Actually, I need to change this from TDO DN to TDO GUID. And then for an example, I'm going to use this right here. There we go. Awesome. So once we've got this running, what this is going to do is this version here is going to dump it from memory if we happen to be on the domain controller, kind of where it is. This version will actually use LDAP and DC sync to copy down the credentials if we have elevated access, but we don't have a beacon on the domain controller. Awesome. So we can do trust steal TDO creds just like that. So let's go try that real fast. Actually, Beef Farmer does not have his token that we stole previously. Can we re-steal it? There we go. Steal TDO creds for this GUID. Ah, crap, I forgot. I need to actually do a little bit of input validation here. Let's do double and, I forgot about this. This should actually not be trust patch. This needs to be something different. Oh, you know what? We're also going to need the domain in here, I just realized, for the DC sync. So it's a good thing I looked at this, because we actually are going to need more than that for parameters. So if it equals size 2, it's just LSA dump. It equals size 4, then it's going to be our DC sync. So we do DC sync. So we're going to have the domain in here. So the first parameter, and this actually needs to be incremented by 1, because that first parameter is going to be this static value we put in here. So first thing actually will be domain, and then the second one is going to be the GUID. Positional value 3. Okay, so now we can take this out. hit space here, and then we can just append the domain here. And then here we're going to append in the GUID value. Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, glad I looked over this again. Because this first one, right, if it equals size 2, then it's just going to LSA dump this. Now what we could do is actually, we could go parse out this one. So like we could say the size of it. We could also say, let's see, $option. That's going to equal at underscore position 1. So what we could do then is we could do at that's not right. We could do and option is match for, what's the first option? LSA dump. And then down here we can do the same thing, but instead of LSA dump, it'll be DC sync. There we go. Perfect. So that should work. So if it's DC sync, it's going to throw that in there. Awesome. Let's go try that now. So I need to do DC sync. Actually, I need to adjust this because this needs to be target domain. There we go. So this would be, let's say, cyberbotic. Okay, so let's go try this again. Reload our script. Boom. So we can do this, but we need to go put in the domain. Cyber.io. Let's run that. Oh, good. It did actually, because we should have one more. DC sync. Domain controller not present. You know what we can do with this, maybe? We could just, I want to double check something quick. If we come over to workstation 1, we do a look at the processes. We have a process for Nina Lamb in here somewhere. Yeah. So if we impersonate Nina, we should have that. Steal token 4652. I'm going to try that same command. Let's go try this. Because Nina is a domain admin, so she should have permissions to DC sync. And it didn't crap out immediately, but also this is running over DNS, so it's a slow pipe. It's got to take some time to send the Mimikatz package up to it. Access denied, you bastard. I don't get it, because Nina has that level of permission. Let me try something. What if I just try a regular DC sync? Dev.cyber. Oh, you know why? That should exist on the MSP. Forgot about that. Nina doesn't have permission to go get this stuff from Cyberbotic.io. I go smooth brain. Bee farmer should. So let me rev myself and then go steal the process token again. 8924. I'll try this one more time. Honestly, I forget what that token is even for. Yeah, I'm not surprised we don't have permission to do that. We should actually, though. Because if we go list the domain controller, DC1 Cyber Robotic IO, we go list the C drive, we're going to have access to it. So it's weird that it doesn't have DC sync permissions. Run, who am I? I think we're running medium integrity on here. I'll tell you what, let's do something real quick. We actually have a backdoor on here. I think it's running on 31337. Nope, must be running on 31338. So we can connect over to that guy. We'll let this chill for just a second. Okay, so that failed. So it's going to go to 31338. So if we look at our list of machines here, Bee Farmer should have another machine pop up here in just a second. Interesting. What happened to our backdoor? We had a backdoor process running on this. What happened to it? Oh, when I do this. Net computers. Let me see if this will give us the computers for... There we go. So there's DC1, SQL1, SCM1. Hello, Panda. Come here, Panda. So this is Panda. This is my spazzy dog, who probably ate something she shouldn't have, like a mushroom or something stupid, and got sick. But she's doing better. You feeling better? You never were really feeling bad. You're just puking all over the house. Big dummy. She's my hacking sidekick. My little shadow. So I could jump over to the mail server or the SQL server, the SCM server. Potentially go steal process tokens on there. Get down, Panda. Get down. Get down. I'm trying to think how I want to approach this. I'm trying to make sure I've got enough of these helper functions to be able to find these issues quickly. Because if I can shorten the time to find the issues, it frees up more time to make sure I've got the exploits correct for those issues. So let me think about this. Let me go test this command real fast just to make sure it works the way I expect. Okay, so that one worked. Trusted domain antisocial. So that injected all that correctly. So then if I do this again, instead of DC sync, if I do LSA dump, you should see all that stuff. Perfect. Okay, so at least those two functions work. It's just a matter of making sure the access tokens have the appropriate permissions to do it. Let me think about this. I mean, I know the issue here, and that is if we do basically find the CAS, which is the Certificate Authority server, it's looking in MSP. We see that, and then we do ADCS find check templates. Yeah, probably should rename that to find vulnerable templates. We see that there you go, enrollee supplies subject, so that we could do another ADCS. What else do we have for ADCS? That's pretty much it. We had find CAS, check templates, check local certs, steal machine certs. I want to go try something real quick, actually. What's our present directory here? CD, E farmer. So we're in farmers. I want to try something, actually. Something a little bit different. Completely shifting gears. Uploaded a payload for an HTTP DLL. I want to try something here. I want to see if I can get this run DLL32 to actually run that DLL. I've never had any luck with it. Okay, so we got threat found. Look at it. So it is 356, so it blocked this one here. Okay, so it blocked a Cobalt Strike beacon by behavioral analysis. Okay. Now the good news is it did not kill. Let me try something else real quick. What if I come over to... Actually, I want to try something real fast here. Let me look this up. Group. I want to have seatbelt run on this thread. I want to see what kind of different enumeration we're going to get from it. Oh, it's not tactic. It's just one tactic. So we get a ton of output back from this. Collection completed. Okay. So if we come back up here, Wish there was a way to save this output to disk. Oh, so AppLocker is actually deployed on the Dev Studio DC. So let's go get a section over there real fast. I want to go look at AppLocker again. Actually, will Seatbelt check for AppLocker? Let's go see. Okay, so group system will check for AppLocker. Okay. So let's go do something. So let's go up here. Let's go grab all this output and go just analyze it real quick. I think that's the last thing we'll do for tonight. It is getting a little late. So let's see what kind of info. Look at all this info it dumped out for us. A lot of stuff. So we have Windows Defender enabled. So AppLocker is disabled. We have the ARP table. I don't really care about the ARP table. We have a number of auto runs in here. Some certificates. Really don't care about that. Credential guard, DNS cache, .NET versions, environment paths, environment variables. Oh, that could be handy. Interesting processes, category defensive, interesting. That's actually kind of cool because I know what this one is. 5076. If we go do a PS real quick. 5076 is going to be... it doesn't show it because we're not... Hang on. Let me go over to this one. Do a PS. That's going to be Nina Lamb's one on here. I can guarantee it. What is it? Oh, it's on here. Oh, it's Jay King's, that's right. But yeah, so 5076. I knew what that one was as soon as I saw it. That was Jay King's remote session on here that we can steal to pivot. There are also a bunch of command AXEs. Those are actually us just messing with stuff in here. Okay, so this is actually cool because it'll tell us what if we have a proxy server to deal with in here. So this would probably be a good place to start with, is just running Seatbelt. I heard you call Dash TAC, and I've always called it that too, but people at my current job look at me like I've got three eyes when I say that. I don't know. So I've always heard that Dash was called a TAC, and that exclamation point was called a bang, and that the hash symbol was called a sh, like a sh. So, and that came from like the beginning of Bash scripts. Like you do the hash exclamation point, right? Or the pound sign exclamation point, whatever. I mean, it was always called a shebang. So that's why I've always just heard it called that. I forget where I heard the dash being called TAC before, but it's a lot easier to say go to DC-1.cyber-botic- the dash doesn't flow very well. DC TAC 1, cyberbotic TAC, whatever. It flows a lot easier. I call that a tilde. I don't know if there's another colloquial name for it. I'm not surprised because I'm sure there was a lot of IT nerds that played EVE Online. Okay. Oh, this is cool because it'll tell us we have lapse enabled, local group policies. We'll know then that there's SCCM in the environment. There's a Windows firewall. And also will tell us our local group. So this is actually a really good starting point for host reconnaissance. Let's see, local users. Those are listed out. Let's see. Login sessions via WMI. We got bfarmer. Interesting. That I've never seen that before. I didn't really dig through this information too carefully. Name pipes available. Interesting. Okay. It's VG auth service. Oh, VMware. Let's see, notebook profiles we can't get, network shares available, NTLM settings, which is the Windows 7 Plus default. Bunch of optional features, OS information. What else do we have there? OS supports AMSI. Good to know. I pretty much just assume it does these days. No RDP sessions, or actually there are a couple of RDP sessions in here. Another good thing tells us what SCM is. Let's see, non-Microsoft services, Elastic Agent. Good to know. If we want to try and be stealthy, that's going to give us a lot of information there. LPA service. What else we got here? Smart Manager, SSH Agent, Sysmon, VG Auth, VM tools. Oh, there we go. These are our vulnerable services right there. Vuln service 1, 2, and 3. Couldn't get the Sysmon config because you have to be an admin. TCP connections. Good stuff. I wish I understood more about the token privileges. I don't know if Rasta explains it in the Windows token course. I'd like to go through that. Let's see, what else do we have in here? List of UDP connections, user right managements, Wi-Fi profiles, Windows auto logins. Couldn't get data about. Couldn't get info about about Windows Defender, unfortunately. Let's see, WMI info, WMI event consumers. Okay, that's it. Okay, that actually gives us quite a bit of good information. It's not a ton to have to run through. So All right, I think that's what we're gonna call it a night there. My eyeball's burning. It's getting to be one of them days, so let's go see if anybody's over on InfoSec streams. For all my new folks, infosecstreams.com. We're not even on InfoSec streams. That's some bullshit. Occasionally, the server misses the webhook whenever it happens, but we should. What's funny is there's like nobody on here. Well, it's usually this time of night, nobody really is. So let's go see. If anybody has a suggestion on who to raid, please shout them out. Dead Pixel. I don't think there's a Dead Pixel. I don't see any Dead Pixels. Oh, yeah, it probably is. Because the green screen does put a bit of a shadow on there, see? So, it's not perfect. But now I found this guy, I'm curious to know what he's doing. Looks like a cool game, but not exactly what I was hoping for. All right, let's see. What we got going on here? .3D printing. I don't know why this guy's just streaming his room. What is this? Looks like it's an animal stream, but it's frozen. All right. Let's go check who's in software and game development. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we'll go raid a Pigeon, Grim, because he's working on Pigeon, which is a open source messenger. Cool guy, and I like to support him for his open source work. Open source keeps the world alive. Oh, actually, this guy might be a good one. AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. Let's go check him out. I'm sure that would be good, but man, his audio's bad. And I feel bad about that because like, it sucks that you can have really good content, but if your audio sucks, it's really distracting. Let's do pixel art. I'm not sure who to go raid out to tonight. Let's go see. This says she's doing Golang, which I like Golang. I'd like to learn more about it. Yeah, let's go raid out. Chrissy Codes. All right, everyone. I hope y'all have a fantastic Friday tomorrow. The week's almost over. Finish it strong. Crush it. I have faith in all of y'all. Oh, stupid ads. News. No stream tomorrow night. I got family stuff to do, and I'm still going to be studying a ton. But we'll pick it up again Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, we'll still be doing these kind of like exam prep. I have not figured out what I'm going to do for next week. I'm still thinking about it, how I'm going to handle the streams. I'm trying to think about it. I'm taking suggestions on the Discord, so if you got some, throw them up in general chat. We'll talk about it. So I think that's all I got for tonight. I just want y'all to know one thing. I love you. Peace.